Hi, this is Harry again. Just part one of my new water cooling computer in a HAF case. So I've been doing this for a couple of, well, I say about 6 weeks now, but I've been overseas quite a lot, so I just do it as and when I can get to it, you know. What it is, say HAF case. Go through the components now. I've got start with the motherboard. Got Asus P9X79 Pro in there. 3820 Intel Core i7 processor with a XS-PC Raystorm water block on it. Also got 16 gigs of Corsair Dominator 1866 RAM. Both sets are cooled by the XSPC RAM water block coolers. Coming down, got two XFX 7950 graphics cards in Crossfire. I haven't got the clip on it yet, but I got one of those. Radiators. One at the bottom is a WATERCOOL 60mm rad multi-port. See the multi-ports there. And at the top I have a 360 rad WATERCOOL. On the top, two 200mm Fenix Spectra Pros. All the fans are those. I've got 140 in the back, 3 up here. I've just got one missing here for the time being because when I was leak testing I needed to get up to that corner just in case. I didn't need to, but just in case I had to, I got that out just in case. At the front I got the WATERCOOL dual bay repack 5.5 inch combo. It's got the pump. See if you can see this. Get the light in there. There you go. Got the pump fixed in there. I think it's a 655 Vario. So, and I've got, what I did is I drilled a little hole just here, and then I can get to the speed and vary that. At the moment it's running on 3, and I got this just running last night. I had a bit of a problem with the couple of leaks I had. As I say, my first time, but hey, that's what happens. What it was, I had the leaks were right in here on these extensions coming from the processor water block, right on the joints, right on those joints there. They're bits power fittings, just the joints, and all the rest of the fittings, all of these, everything else is EK, which I had no problem with them. It was just those bits power extension fittings coming off the water block that I had a problem with. The thread was a little bit too long, so what I did is I got the Dremel out and I just cut a fraction off the end of each one of those, cleaned them out, cleaned it all off, put new rubber seals on them, tighten them back up, put all this back together, and say no problem. But it was my third time I was lucky and I had no leaks. The first 2 times I did, the first time I had leaks from there on both of them. Second time I had a leak on just on this one, and the third time, hey presto, all sorted. So that was that. So yeah, that's what's going to go in. I'm going to put a 240 SSD in here, 2TB drive in that one. I don't have a power supply yet. I'm going to get. I'm thinking of getting a Corsair X1200. If you guys think it's not necessary and an 850 would do, just let me know. I appreciate any comments on the build. let's say there's bound to be something I've done wrong here. The flow on this, just go through the flow. The flow goes from here across to here, the first RAM block, down into the CPU, out the CPU, bottom of the left RAM block, out the top into the 360 rad, out the 360 rad, down into the top graphics card, down to the bottom graphics card, and then along into the bottom radiator and back up to the pump. And what I did here, you can see, to get me just behind here, because those two there are vertical, they're right above each other. What I did is I put a 45, 45, 45 and then a straight coupler, all EK, and that takes me just behind this tube by about, I'd say about 10mm behind this, and then down it comes out the res there, and it just takes me up behind there. It's not quite plumb. Maybe I could do with a couple of extensions on here to get me out, so this tube is vertical, because at the moment it's not quite, as you can see if I hold the camera back, you can see it's just leaning to the right a bit, but I'm sure I can tidy that up in the future. See, there's room for improvement here. Any comments on the improvement bits, if you like, I would appreciate it. Some people have it running down this way. I did see on a YouTube vid that some people have it running down into a reservoir, then along and then upwards, and they reckon that keeps the graphics cards cooler than if you run it downwards. But I say I can change all that if I need to. The airflow on this, I got it coming down through these, sucking in here. These will pull it. These three 120s will pull it down through the rad, and it'll keep all the, hopefully keep all the little MOSFETs at the top here cooler, and then sucking out the 140 at the back. That's the plan, or plan one. That's the plan for that. So, you know, any comments on that, as I say, greatly appreciated. I do have a few more bits and pieces, a few more bits of kit for my new upgrade whenever I get round to it. Once I know this thing runs, I got some clear Primo Chill tubing. I've also got some Mayhem's X1 UV blue to go in there. Yeah, that's it. The EK blocks I put on here on the graphics cards, nickel acetal. I tried to get hold of nickel plexis, but geez, talk about trying to find a needle in a haystack. Flippin' heck, everybody, they got one here, one there and stuff, but you know, by the time you come to pay postage and packing or shipping, it's, you know, it's phenomenal if you get one from a, you know, different store. So what I did is I got the nickel acetals, sprayed them blue, same as the rest of the extra little bits of plastic on the case, and see how that goes. But at the moment, that's I think of what else to do now. All I need to do is say get the power supply, or what I was going to do is I'm going to have two temperature sensors set in here for the water that's coming out or going into the radiator here from the graphics card, and then I'll put one elsewhere. I'm gonna, not sure if to get two or one fan controllers, Lamptron 4 fan controller, or them what do you call them, Cosmaster Pros, Cosmaster Aces or Pros or something they are, to go in here. I want a 2-to-1 fan cable for those two, so they can be controlled at the same speed. Under here I want to get a 3-to-1, so that all those three can be controlled by one. And these two also, I've got another 120 to go on here, as this is going to be pulling air in from here through the case, through there and out into the case there. So I want to get a controller to control those two fans to the same speed as well. So for the time being, that's about all I could say for this build at the moment, and any comments would be much appreciated on anything I can do to improve it. Thank you for watching the vid, and I hope you liked it.